Bible acknowledges that there are many gods, but the name of one God appears in ancient manuscripts of the Bible far more times than the names of all the other gods combined. If you read modern Bibles, you will still find the names of the other gods. However, many Bibles have removed the name of the most frequently mentioned God. The name of that God appears some 7,000 times in the oldest versions of the Bible. Who is the God whose name has been removed from the Bible? The first part of the Bible, often called the Old Testament, was written in Hebrew and a related language, Aramaic. In Hebrew, God's name is represented by 4 letters. Hebrew is read from right to left. In English, those 4 letters are rendered by the consonants Y, H, W, H. The original vowel sounds used in God's name are unknown, for the 4 letters representing God's name appear throughout ancient Bible manuscripts and have been inscribed in many other locations. In English, a popular rendering of God's name is Jehovah. Another rendering is Yahweh. Some Bibles use one of these forms of God's name in Psalm 83, verse 18, and in several other places. A number of other translations, such as the New World Translation of the Holy Scriptures, restore God's name to the locations in which it originally appeared. Since God had his personal name included in the Bible some 7,000 times, he no doubt wants us to know and use that name. In the law God gave to Israel, he told Moses to write, "Listen, O Israel, Jehovah our God is one Jehovah." Jesus quoted that passage from the law, so he obviously knew and used God's personal name. In one of his final prayers before his death, Jesus said to Jehovah God, "I have made your name known." A man can have many titles: husband, father, architect, and a personal name such as John. In the same way, God has many appropriate titles: Almighty, Creator, and Lord. He also has a unique name, one not shared by any other God. That name is Jehovah. You may wonder, what is God like? Does Jehovah care about us? How can we draw closer to God?
That's good, you can stop.
Those questions are answered in lesson 2 of the brochure.
It's the same as the last one. Good. So, what's the difference between a name and a title? Is God a name? The word God, is that a name? No, it's a title. Because the Bible says there's many gods. Some gods are false gods in the Bible, but there's only one true God in the Bible. Yeah. So what are some titles that a person can have?
Architect.
Yes, so maybe your job title, right? Your job title, architect. What's another job title? Architect. What is Vinny?
Teacher.
Teacher, yes. Good morning, teacher. That's right. Another job title?
Lawyer.
Lawyer. How you say that in Spanish?
Abogado.
Abogado, lawyer. Another one?
Engineer.
Engineer. President. The mayor. So what are some titles for God? Lord.
Almighty. Almighty.
Yes. How do you say that in Spanish? Wow, very good. Very good. Creator. That's right. But the Bible indicates there's only one name for God. So that's interesting. So for more information there in lesson 2, you can study that. Why don't we take a little time and talk about some social issues. If we could go to the videos under teenager. Now Now in Spanish, how do you say teenager?
Adolescentes.
Yes. Why do we say teenager in English? Anyone know why?
Because when you say the number of your age, is for example 15, 18, and 19.
Exactly. So what's the first year of a teenager? What number? What age? 13, yeah. Because 12 is your last year as a child, and 13 you become a teenager until you are.
19.
That's your last one, right?
Yes.
So when you turn what age? You're no longer a teenager. 20, yes. So that's just kind of a concept. Does that concept exist in Spanish? Not really, right? But in English, it's just kind of a concept. When you're 13, 14, 15, 16 to 19, you're referred to as a teenager. So your teenage years. So that's interesting. You can learn that. And next time you speak to a teenager, you can refer to them as such. Now, under videos, if you go to teenagers, go to social. Yeah, but go. See all under social life. Yes. There's some ideas about being a friend. Bully. What's a bully? What does a bully do? What does a
English.
bully do? You know what a bully is? What does a bully do?
Bothers you.
Yes, bothers you, teases you, makes fun of you, pokes you. Yes, a bully tries to, make themselves bigger and better than you are. Has anyone experienced that? In school, was anyone a bully? No. Imagine, even as big as I am, when I was in 7th grade, I was the recipient of a bully. However, that bully did not know that I had a friend who was bigger than him. So I told my friend, and that was the end of that, right? But let's go here. What is a real friend? What are some things that make a true friend? Can you think of something that makes someone? Think of your friends, right? Why are they your friends? I think all of us have friends, right? You have friends? Do you have any friends? Yeah? What makes that person your friend? Yes. So maybe you share what? Good. So you think alike, your goals, your opinions. Can you think of anything else that makes someone your friend? Think of your friends. You have a friend?
Yeah.
What makes them your friend?
About what for share things, goals.
Okay, that's what she said.
Yeah, it's something the same.
Can you think of something different? Can anyone think of something a little different? What makes a friend? How about trust? In Spanish, how do you say trust? Yes. So a friend you can trust, right? So you can tell them secrets or personal things, and they're not going to go on the what are we using? What are we using here?
Gossip.
No, what program?
Oh, top notch.
Top Notch? No, but on the internet.
Facebook.
Yeah, so they're not going to go on Facebook and spread all that information about you because they're your friend, right? Can you think of anything else that makes someone your friend? Trust?
Give advice.
That's right. So when you have a problem, you express that to your friend and they tell you about it. Let's just take a moment and look at the what's a real friend. You probably can stream that. It's just a whiteboard. So this is called a whiteboard, like someone who's writing these pictures on the whiteboard. Okay. Do you see the stream?
Should we change the resolution?
It's not coming up? Oh, I see it. There you go. It should already be there, so just enlarge it. There you go, hit play. What makes a friend?
What's a real friend? Someone who brings out the best in you. Someone who's always there for you, even when times are tough. Proverbs 18:24 says that they can even stick closer than a brother. Now that's a real friend. Friends like that are hard to find. And if you worry too much about being liked by everyone, you just may settle for less. So what should you look for? Well, don't judge a book by its cover. Look for what's on the inside. Look for a friend you can trust. A friend who forgives. Someone who doesn't hold your mistakes against you. When it comes to friends, one good friend is better than 100 fake ones. To find a real friend, you may have to look outside your comfort zone. They may be where you least expect. So be open-minded. Branch out. Don't just settle for a clone of yourself. Potential friends could have hobbies or talents that you don't have. They could be older or younger. They could be of a different background or culture. So don't limit yourself. But remember, real friends need to have good standards. Have you ever had a friend who took advantage of you? Or talked behind your back? Or spread lies about you? You deserve better than that. So watch out for toxic friends. Toxic friends care only about what they can get out of you. They tear you down because of the way you talk, the way you look, or even for your beliefs. Real friends aren't like that. They let you be yourself. So you need to choose smart friends. Not just book smart, but smart in life. They are the kind that stand for something, and they show it. Proverbs 27:17 says that true friends learn from each other, just as iron sharpens iron. They even make you a better person. So how do you get a friend like that? You can't always expect people to reach out to you. You need to take the initiative. Take the first step and start a conversation. Wait, you do need to talk, but not just about yourself. Ask them questions. Then listen. Really listen. You see, listening is one of the best gifts you can give a friend. Now what? Now it's time to put in some work. That's right, work. You have to work to make this friendship grow. So be the kind of friend that's loyal, who doesn't hold a grudge. Be there for them, even when times get tough. When you do this, your friendship will really grow. Philippians 2:4 says to keep an eye not just on yourself, but to take an interest in others. Taking an interest in others is what friendship is all about. You know, you're going to meet a lot of people in life. It'll be up to you to choose your friends. So choose wisely. Choose real friends.
All right. So what makes a real friend? Can you think of something that was in the video we didn't talk about?
They care about you.
Yeah, they care about you, so they think about you. If you're sick, what does a friend do? Your friend cares about you, so if you're sick, maybe they send you a little message, get well soon. And it says, friends forgive. Have you ever perhaps got angry or, made a mistake to your friend? Did that break the friendship? No, because friends forgive, right? Excellent. So even there on the website we were showing you, there's videos about social issues and other things that you might find interesting. And as we mentioned, all of these are available in many different languages. Excellent. So we just want to practice our English a little bit. And anyone have a question? Anybody have a question? Something we talked about? Or? No questions? And Professor Vinny, any questions? Anything else you want to talk about?
Maybe you can visit us, sometime in the
Sure.
future.
Now, my wife and I, we travel we go to Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico. So we're not always in El Salvador. But if I'm not able to visit, we'll find someone that can come and visit the class.
What's the name of the church?
We're Jehovah's Witnesses.
The name of the church?
Have you heard of Jehovah's Witnesses? Testigos de Jehovah? Uh-huh. And we're pretty much found in most countries. Yes. And here in San Salvador, we have two congregations, or you could say Bible classes, that in English. So one's in Las Mercedes by CIFCO, and the other one is over in Metropolis by Lincoln and Washington Streets. We have one in Soyapango, San Miguel, Santa Ana. Exactly. So my wife and I, we travel to all these places, plus Honduras, in Guatemala, and Mexico sometimes too. Any other questions?
Any questions, guys? No questions?
Any questions?
Remember that the point here is not to change your
Oh, no.
religion or to change your mind. We're just thinking outside the classroom. Not only with books or educational material, we can practice our English, but also reading the Bible, right? That's one point. If you're interested in reading the Bible,
Sure.
right? Maybe you're interested actually in the religion, you can go and you can practice your English, not just with him, but maybe other members of the congregation. And basically that's about it. That's the main point here, okay? For you guys to make a choice, right? Remember that God is only one, and we have to basically thank him for all the things that we have, right? Thank him because you are here, because you have the money to pay for the classes, or
There
maybe
you go.
your dad has the money to pay the classes, right? So remember, just keep that in mind, all right? Anything else?
Anything else? How much time was that? 30 minutes?
About so.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Excellent. Well, it's nice to meet you guys.
Who needs
See,
some
Catherine?
Catherine?
Michelle.
Michelle. Okay, Michelle. That's
Michelle
English,
and
Spanish.
Catherine.
Uh-huh.
Diego.
Diego. Nice to meet you, Diego. Manuel? Okay. Catherine?
Carla.
Carla.
Carla, sorry. The air conditions in my ear.
Yesenia.
Jasenia. Rodrigo? And Roberto?
No,
No,
Rodrigo too.
Oh, two Rodrigos.
Two Rodrigos.
David. Pablo.
Rosalia.
Ooh, that's different. What is it?
Rosalia.
Rosalier. I don't think I know any Rosalier. You're the first one I remember.
Paola.
Paola. Okay. So in Spanish, when someone has the same name, I'm sorry, Pablo and Rodrigo, what do you say? What do you say in English? You have the same name. In English, no word exists for that idea. So in Spanish, you see, tocayo, tocaya, you have a word, a special for that idea. In English, that word does not exist. So you just say, you have the same name. So you see, sometimes in languages, some ideas, like a teenager, in English, tocayo, in Spanish, those concepts don't really exist. So you just have to learn the language and do your best to learn these concepts. And in the if you noticed in the animation video, there were some innuendos or some expressions like think outside the box, and so maybe another time we can talk a little bit about those concepts, because sometimes they exist in Spanish, sometimes they exist in English, but not both. Excellent. Well, very good class. Keep,
All right, guys.
Keep practicing and working hard. And is this your homework?
No, it's about the class.
Oh, you took
It's
the
a
notes.
review, yeah.
Oh, very good.
No
Give him a
teachers.
star. Give
Okay.
him a star. Yes.
We will leave some.
You can
Sure,
leave, you can leave
definitely.
those.
Thank you very much.
Okay.